HiiTworkouts.com. New workout today, 5 brand new exercises. All you need is a set of light Sandbells. My Sandbells weigh 6 pounds. You can always substitute dumbbells for those, and that's the only thing that you need. So we're going to learn the exercises now. We're going to start with 1 Sandbell or light weight for the first exercise. The nice thing about having a Sandbell is that we're going to do a toss on this exercise. If you have a dumbbell, I don't recommend that you toss the dumbbell. I'll show you what to do instead in a second. So you're going to use your grip for this. I want your other arm out for balance, and you're going to keep your heels down. You're going to lower nice and low into a deep squat, and as you press up, you're going to toss and catch that Sandbell. And so you're going to toss and catch, squat and toss. So that's the benefit of having the Sandbell. It adds an element of agility, and it works your grip a little bit differently. Obviously, if you have a dumbbell, I don't want you to toss that, and so I would recommend doing 2 squat presses on one arm with your weight, pass it, 2 squat presses with the other arm, and then pass the weight. So that's how I would modify that. That's the nice thing about these. I do sell them on my website, so check it out if you're interested. The next exercise is a burpee, and then we're going to do 4 plank jacks at the bottom. So hands down, jump back into plank. When you jump back, the big thing here is to make sure that the hips don't sink toward the floor. So stick the landing, and then 4, 3, 2, 1, jump in, knees are bent, and spring up. One thing I want you to focus on, because I've seen this in some videos where it looks a little more painful, is I want you to think about jumping in with legs together. I've seen a few this. And that's okay if we're doing a low squat, but I want you to focus on jumping in, legs together, jump up. If you want to modify that, step back, and you can step touch 4 times. And then step in, and bring those arms all the way overhead. The benefit of bringing the arms all the way overhead or a jump after the burpee is that it resets your spine and makes sure you stand all the way up. I've also seen this where people kind of jump and they're hanging forward. That's a lot of pressure on the back. So make sure you come all the way up. Exercise 3. 1 Sandbell again. You're going to have this overhead. You're going to lunge back with one leg, so a reverse lunge, and lower it with one arm. Thumbs up, palms forward. That works the upper back. Step together, pass it, lower it to the other side. So there you can see that it pulls you to one side, so it challenges your core. I can feel it right here. Pass it overhead. And then because it's only overhead and down to horizontal, that's a big challenge on the shoulders. Modify that. Lighter weight is number 1. Number 2 is you can bring it down and step back, raise it to one side, and pass in front. Reverse lunge, raise it to one side. So you'll still get that shoulder work, but there's obviously a little break there. When you're horizontal and overhead, there's no break on the shoulders. So that would be your variation. When you step back into that lunge, make sure you've got a 90-degree bend. That back leg can be straight or bend down toward the floor. Either way. Exercise 4. Spider, and then down dog reach. A couple things here. Spider is plank, where you step your foot outside of your hand, step it back, step the foot outside, you get a nice little stretch on that. Down dog reach, I want you to press into down dog, take one hand, reach it toward the opposite toe, come back, and then do the other side, and then come back. So spider, it's hard to set it up there, spider, and then reach, and reach. Okay, so modified version would be inclining your hands on the couch or a chair, or you can bring knee to chest, and then practice either just pressing back in down dog without releasing a hand, or play around with it and do that. Knee to chest, press back. So that's a lot on the upper body as well. Obviously a big challenge on the core. The spider part really works the legs and you get a good stretch. The last exercise, this is why you need 2 weights. So you can have 2 light dumbbells, or I have my 2 light Sandbells. These are actually on the heavy side for light weights. So they really push me, 6 pounds. Okay, so I am going to, on one leg, hinge forward, and revert and lift the back leg, and then I'm going to do a reverse fly, and then I'm going to come back up, and then switch legs, hinge forward, reverse fly, and come back up. So from the side, hinge forward, hold and reverse fly, stand nice and tall, and stand. You could even bicep curl there if you want to add a little bit. If you want to work on one leg balance, but that is too much, sometimes people find they might be able to do this, but they can't add the arms. You're going to stand on one foot and just touch the toe of the opposite foot. Now I can hinge forward. I'm still just feeling the work in the one leg, and then switch. So I get the arms, I get the back, and I get the leg. The only thing I'm really taking out is the balance. So you can play around with it, just lift it slightly, lift it back here. You can play around with that. But this is a great place to start. When you're on one leg, then you really work that stabilizing leg. So grab your sandbells, grab your timers, set them for 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and let's do this workout straight through.